happy windy day, CFA families. We're excited as we get ready to do Kids Connection starting next Sunday. So be sure to register for Kids Connection for October and November by going to our website or checking out Church Center app. I think we better get inside, but we will be entering through the doors and we will be marking the entrance with flags so you don't miss it. So come on, let's go in. Well, when you enter through the doors, first thing you'll see is an opportunity to do hand sanitize, which I will do. And if you have children that are just in grades 3 and 4 or discipleship, those children are actually going to be signed in by their teachers in their class by roster. So as a parent, you don't have to sign them in actively. Just make sure they get to the door. And as they enter, so Nancy is there for grade 3-4. As they enter for grade 3-4, the signs on the post will direct them this direction. And you can see how the class is set up for grade 3-4. We've actually created bins so there's not as much sharing of basic supplies and created some spacing. If they are in discipleship, such as discipleship year 2, they will go this way. And again, set the classes up with some spacing as well. If you only have kids at this age, at the end of service, you will come and meet them at the same location. I know we've in the past dismissed kids to go and meet their parents, but to cut down on contacts and just being around the church more, we're asking parents to actually meet their kids back at the door here. We as teachers will be watching for you and sending your kid out to meet you. And if you don't have any younger children, you can go right out through the same doors that you entered through. But for the rest of the kids, they're going to check in at the Kids Connection kiosk. So let's walk up and see where you go for that. So as you come in here, you will see a sign. It says Kids Connection check-in, line up here. And you'll notice all the way up the hall, we have marked off spaces. Please respect the social distancing cues that they indicate. We have lots of spaces in this lineup, so it shouldn't be a problem finding a place and continuing to move up as you approach the hub. As you're waiting along one of these spots, I encourage you as parents to go ahead and download the Church Center app. So I'm actually going to bring mine open. When you do, you will actually see your family information that we have in Planning Center. And at the very bottom, there is a check-in tab right in the bottom in the middle. My family come up and I can press on, let's take Michael, and I can say next, and I'm going to check Michael in. When I do, I actually get in a QR code come up. This will actually help us speed up the check-in process considerably. So as you're waiting and as we move our way up, be sure to check your child in till you get all your kids in, until you get to the QR code. That will include kids in preschool, kindergarten, grade 1, 2, and so up to grade 1, 2. As I mentioned, grade 3, 4 and discipleship will actually be roster checked in by their teachers and then checked out. So let's just head to the hub. So keep in mind that having registered your children and checked your children in for Kids Connection does not mean that you as an adult are checked in or registered for a Sunday service. So if you are planning to be in the sanctuary and part of our Sunday service, you also have to register for those services by going to our website and go to registrations and being sure to do that. We also are not having a grade 5, 6 class. Those kids can be part of our discipleship process, which actually started on September 20th. So register right away if you're wanting to jump in. Or they can help in Kids Connection, or they can sit in the sanctuary with their parents. Again, they would need to be registered to be part, though, of sitting in the sanctuary. So we have our QR code. We are coming to the end. We see the sign that says, please wait here. We are waiting for a free spot at the kiosk. As soon as you see a space available, you can move forward to the nearest person. They will have a scanner available to you. You will have your QR code scanned. All the kids that you have checked in your family will now be checked in, and labels will be printed. And one will be for the child and one will be for you. And so we'll make sure we Keep those labels, and now you're going to bring your kids directly into their class. So heading into the primary area, we come to our traffic circle, and we all love traffic circles, right? And they're so easy. So we have made this as clear as we can. So just follow me. Let's assume I have a kindergarten child to bring to class. When I come to the kindergarten sign, I'm going to veer off, and assuming there's someone already there, I am going to take the next available spot and then move up as I can. When you get to the door, teacher will be waiting, hand sanitizing will happen, and then kids can enter the classroom and be part of the cohort. You'll notice we have created bins and books that are individualized, so again, limiting contact, encouraging some distancing. And if you have kids that are in grade 1, 2, you would veer off in this direction. You would walk them over to the door where there will be a helper there. Again, hand sanitize, and then you can just quickly go back to the traffic circle. There isn't any signing in by paper as we used to do, so this is going to be a much faster drop-off process as well. Same process for preschool. You will come out of the circle. You will bring your child towards the door. Teacher will let the child in, hand sanitize, and then this will be our preschool area. We do have limited size for each of these classes, just to ensure we can create some distancing as well as the usual activities. Remember, this is full service, so you can bring your kids and check them in before 9 o'clock, come 10 to, quarter to, that sort of thing. Check them in so that you have time then to get back into service by 9 o'clock start. After you have finished dropping all your kids off, you're going to exit out of the primary area, pay attention to the no parking sign, and head towards the hub. We have marked a line on the carpet to remind you to keep social distancing as you walk back towards the hall to return to the sanctuary. There is a door into the sanctuary on the side that you can go, or you can go back into the foyer and find the next available space for checking in. All right, so checkout process is very similar. You will leave the sanctuary and come across to the elementary doors first. And if you only have older kids, as we will be watching as teachers, and as we see you come, we'll deliver your kids to you. We will roster, check out your child, and you can just leave through those doors at the end of the hall. If you have younger kids, you will line up again and open your Church Center app, check out your child, bring the QR code up, have it scanned on your way in to collect your child from their classroom. This time, however, as you exit, do not backtrack down the hall. The hall will now be one-way traffic heading towards the hub, either on the Kids Connection side for collecting the kids, or on the right-hand side to go to the office area. Once you've collected your children, had a chance to say a hi to a friend or two, the exits now are only going to be through these two doors. You're going to either exit through the north exit off the hub or the south office exit off the hub. These will not be entrances in on a Sunday morning at all. So we're excited. So a couple things to keep in mind. You're registering online or through the Church Center app for October, November for the first quarter. Parents and older children that are going to be in the service still need to register for the services each time they are going to be attending and check themselves in on a Sunday morning. We are starting on October 4th, so be sure to register early as we organize and get ready to welcome kids back to in-person Kids Connection. So we'll see you then.